don't think about a bank, you don't think about this. But then your emotion are the same way. Today I feel in a good mood. I'm gonna be in a good mood to do a lot of videos. Yesterday we worked hard physically. The body's in shambles, but the mind is still good. So I would focus on mind thing, which doesn't make any sense, I know, but trust me, there's a process. So what about in the bank? Well, even if you're doing the day to day, you can need money in the bank. If something happens, if my car breaks down, I know what you're saying, I don't have a car. Guys, it's an example, chill. So I need money in the bank because I got my car in the garage. And they're fucking me over with their only garage. They're buying, so I have a choice. I'm willingly gonna let them fuck me so I don't get fucked by somebody I don't know, you know? So you put money in the bank for rainy days, right? Rainy day funds or squirrel funds. I heard that from Shameless and that was such a good idea. Such a good concept, the squirrel fund. So what they do, the squirrels, they put nuts in their mouth. Now you're gonna be able to clip this nuts in their mouth to make me look, you know? That's okay, that's fine, I allow it on this day for it. So they do the squirrel fund, which is keeping some nuts for the winter. So you put it in the bank, right? But then at the same time, this explains why the emotion at the bank. Because the emotion will keep them safe. Right now, guess what? We're broke. We're less broke than we were before. But I'm at two months of financial ruin if I don't keep working. So we're better than before, but not that much. The emotion, there's always been there. Rich, poor, hungry, fed, tired, awake, working, not working. We've always been there. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, possibly because emotions are, to me, more important than money, right? And then even when you go to the bank, what they'll do is they'll give you a drawer, if you will. And the drawer, what they'll do with the drawer is they'll put your valuables, your ring, shit like that, right? And because they put your valuables, they're safe in the bank, right? Now I don't remember which one it is. Is it this one? I don't remember. Channel content. Are you the one? Are you the one? You need to upload. You're not the one. You are not the one. However, I know that you're not the one, so that's actually pretty good. Channel content. Are you the one? You're the one. YouTube Studio. You are the one. So this answers the question of why I was in bank, right? But then the question is, why did people come collect? Now, at the same time, this is kind of cool because there's two ways of seeing it. The first way is people came and collect because I owe them. But also people came and collect because they trust in me with their emotion, and I need to do what? And I need to do what? I need to reimburse them. See, and I have to give them interest. I have to go bathroom. It's such a complex context in itself. Such a complex context. People coming to collect those emotional. And now, it can be seen in multiple ways. I have amazing friends. Because I have an amazing friend, I have to be an amazing friend myself. Would I be an amazing friend to somebody who's shitty? No. Would I be the friend of somebody that's shitty? Absolutely. But let's just say that you treat people like you want to get treated. So if you treat people like shit, don't expect to be treated nicely, you know? Then when people coming in, I was like, okay, well, that's weird. Because at the same time, you couldn't put faces. Because I remember watching it, looking at the paper. And there was nothing on the paper, but I couldn't see their face. So you don't see face. You're like, okay, well, this person. And I think in itself, this is so telling. Because this is such a cool thing. If you really analyze it, right? And again, we're brainstorming right now because I didn't write down and I didn't call the medium and say, hey, I know it's 2 a.m., but please help me with my dream. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I think the reason why we didn't see a face, the reason why we didn't see a name is because you don't really think about it. So for example, I'm with my friends, right? And we're normal. And his friend is super nice. Super nice, right? I'm gonna be nice with that friend. Because they're super nice and they deserve it. I don't really see it as an exchange of kindness. It's just two like-minded people talking, right? Now if somebody's an asshole, I'm not gonna go like, oh yo, you've been an asshole to me, you owe me. You're owed being an asshole too, I guess. I think it can be fucking censored out. At the same time it does. It does. Because, and that's the funny thing. I remember them putting emotion in the bank. But I don't remember all of the emotion being nice. And that's a problem, because again, with the emotion, I was opening up drawers, right? I opened up drawers. I don't know if some of them were negative emotion, right? And if they were negative emotion, you also have this bank, right? But it's the thing that with the dream, it's pretty easy to analyze, right? If feelings are important and people put your feelings, they're not gonna trust you. They're gonna trust you with a secret, right? And the secret itself is not that interesting. They trust you with a secret and like, yo, don't tell anybody. Like, I don't think anybody cares, to be honest. But it's important to them. So you're like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna tell anybody, right? And then you're knowing. A lot of people know. I don't think people don't know a lot, but I could be surprised. You know that if you tell the secret, you're gonna hurt that person's feelings. Now, if you're an asshole, you don't care. But if you're a good person, you don't want to hurt that person's feelings, right? For secrets, but maybe the same way for emotion. This person came to you, and they're vulnerable, and say, you know what, I'm not feeling X, Y, Z. And because I'm not feeling X, Y, Z, and because I don't feel X, Y, Z, then I don't feel too good about it. But if I'm feeling X, Y, Z, then I'm feeling good about it. So for example, with emotion, I trusted you to be in a good mood. I trusted you to be vulnerable. And this is nuts because this is as simple as this morning, I'm in a good mood, okay? We're starting our shift at 8 o'clock in the morning. I come to you at 8 or 10 to talk. And I'm in a good mood. Now, if I say that you're in a good mood, and I ruin that mood, I'm an asshole. But, at the same time, this person trusted you with their good mood. Like, you know what, I'm in a really good mood. I think preservation also. And if you look at the bank thing, it could be preservation. I think that people in a good mood want to preserve it, so they kind of, you gotta make sure that they keep that feeling. So me owing people was weird, because this could be a perception of guilt. So I'm seeing that the way people treat me, it's very nice. I want to be nice to them. I don't know if I can. 2 days ago, we made a video about my parents and how I was thankful, but powerless to do anything to say thank you. You know, maybe that's why also you get the treatment. Right? Maybe that's why. Maybe I felt guilty that I wasn't nice enough, right? Or maybe it's pressure also. But you have good days, I have bad days. And since I'm working on socials, I have to be the nice guy, right? I did a video, and this I'll be completely honest. This guy, I make a joke, I make a simple joke. It's not even, I've been an asshole to a lot. I've been much worse asshole people. I just did small jokes, and then this guy was like complaining. I'm like, bro, if you didn't want to comment, then don't. So what I do is, when I get comments on TikTok, I answer with videos because it's a good way to connect with you guys. It's free content, and it's growing the channel a lot because it gets, for some reason, some people, they're gonna see your answer to comments and they're gonna repost the video because they feel like it's a video, right? So, it works the same way because there's this guy who said a comment like, oh, I'm your #1 fan. Please can I get a comment? And then I get a comments, and then they disappear. Understand? So it's kind of like double-edged, but at the same time, like give a fuck about because I get content. And this person, you give me shit for the content, for the comments. Like, oh dude, you're an asshole. I think I was joking. He said, oh, that wasn't funny. And in my head, I'm like, well, first of all, funny humor is different from people to people. I can think that fart jokes are the are worth the. I don't know if there's a price for comics. You should get the highest price. Okay, the first is too good. Like they don't deserve price, right? Not because they didn't understand the joke, that's not funny. And I'm sorry to say, but if the joke was funny to me, then it's enough. I don't need to make people laugh. I would like to, but I don't need to. If I can make myself laugh, if I can make myself laugh, then who gives a shit, right? So yeah, so this is kind of special. And then he kept going and kept giving me shit. And he kept giving me shit. And there's a second where I was like, if it's gonna be that, I'm not gonna make comment to answer. It's because of one person, everybody would have paid, right? So why am I telling you this story? It's just like the bank. We had a lot of answers in the bank. But then people didn't pay back their debt and shit like that. And I was like, fuck it. And as soon as I just said, pay back their debt. Do I feel like people owe me? Or do I feel like I owe them? You see? That's the not clear part. And then people, like for example, Shao, last week, not even last week, 3 days ago, you go to see a concert and like, yo, I'm gonna see the concert. I'm like, oh man, I'm so happy for you. He's like, I'm gonna send you videos, you can post them. And I'm like, yo, no stress, bro. I'm not gonna force you. Enjoy the show. And he fucking calls me and says, yo, this is your song. Which wasn't my song, but still. It was Coldplay. It was just nice. It was just nothing. I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. But I feel like I owe Shao. Wow. When you see somebody doing something nice for you, you're like, holy shit. I think we're all the MC. We don't even have a name. See, another game that does that is Zelda. Zelda called the main character Link because they wanted the character to feel linked to the story. Maybe we're the MC. Maybe it just doesn't have a name because it can be you. It can be Ink. It can be Joseph. It can be Mary. It can be Jesus. See, we're religious, isn't it? I just realized that it makes me seem like I'm comparing myself to them. No, I'm just going to be religious for a while. And if we're that, then we possibly all have a thyroid burden, right? Within self, we have to understand what is a thyroid burden. Yeah. So in the movie, there's this character who had this shitty life, and this character suffered from insomnia. So they have this shitty life, and then you find a group that is helping him sleep, right? And because it's helping him sleep, it's like, holy shit, bro, I'm finally healthy again. And then he loses that to a person that doesn't like, right? And that person that doesn't like is a thorn in his side. They gotta get rid of it. So then, shortly after, enters Tyler Durden. And this is why it's so important. Because Tyler is the answer to the main character problems, right? The person that was annoying him, Tyler takes care of her. Doesn't kill her, he fucks her. And because he fucks her, she's nicer to him. And because he fucks her, she's nicer to him. And she allows him to go to the reunion that allows the main character to sleep. So you see? And now that's the funny thing. That's the funniest thing. The main character become best friend with the person he wants to become. Become best friend with the person that he wish he was. Because if he was that person, then he wouldn't have all the problem that he has. Tyler is almost a god to him. Almost a god to him. But then, in the movie itself, why is this so good is because the main character almost developed these erotic feelings for Tyler. Like this was. But then he developed his own feelings to himself. Which is kind of cool because the whole life of the guy didn't like himself. See, the problem with Fight Club is there's no story before Fight Club. We don't need a story before Fight Club. All that is the fact, right? Fight Club also is the answer to war. He was a wage slave. So in the movie, they showed how he wanted to buy a furniture, right? And then the furniture he needs to buy to pay his job or to work. He needed a job to pay this stuff. Sorry, as you tell, we're tired. We're not making a lot of sense. He became a wage slave. So what Tyler did? Tyler burned his apartment. Okay. Why? Because all of that material was costing him money that he didn't have. Then he lives in a dump. And guess what? He's happy in the dump. He's happy. Right? Because he's happy in the dump. He's like, okay, well, fuck the rest. Which means that in the first place, he didn't need all of that. He didn't need it. He wanted it for obvious reason because it looked good. That's a simple thing. Right? The main character feels weak. He feels like the world is stepping on him. So him and Tyler, right? They created this fight club where you basically learn to fight. Why is that important? Because the main character didn't know how to fight. So with those guys kind of learned to fight. And then the main character didn't have a single friend. He didn't have a single person he cared about in the world. With the fight club, he has a bunch of people that he cared about because they form a community. A group of men working together towards something. Right? Before you say this is misogynistic, I didn't write the book. I love the book. I love the book. And I love the book. So, I'm gonna call you misogynistic, go ahead. But then, it comes back to the group of people goes too far. And then when it goes too far, the main character has to who told you to do that? Tyler Durden. Later on, it's revealed that Durden is the main character, right? So why is that so important? Because Tyler Durden went too far. Maybe the main character didn't go far enough. See, the thing with Fight Club is you never know who's right and who's wrong. Tyler had conviction, and the means to do them. The main character had doubt that they fucked the whole plan up. Now, was the plan a good plan? No. Was the plan something that would have put their world back in time? Yes. It was still something, a change. It was still anarchy. Holy shit, you guys saw that. Look on the roof. The beautiful bird on the roof. Am I watching you? See the bird? It's beautiful. Oh, it left. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. So then, you realize that they're like the main characters. You need a Tyler Durden. When you become like Tyler Durden, can you stop him? Right? But then again, go back to the main subject. Why is Fight Club the best piece of media ever made? The main character was crazy. Lack of sleep. Prolonged, I don't know. Lack of sleep. Because of a prolonged lack of sleep, he was able to hallucinate this character within life. Exactly what he has. Right? By having this lack of sleep, by having this non-normalcy in his life, he was able to accomplish everything that he sets his mind to. He was able to accomplish more in these couple of weeks than in his whole entire life. See, Tyler Durden might have been wrong. He was the bird of something beautiful. Tyler Durden might have been wrong because the answer to all of the question. The best piece of content is make sure you doubt yourself. What's your favorite movie? It will make you think. It will make you ask questions. Right? Then I'm going to repeat myself. If you had to change the world, would you do it? I hope it would. I hope it would. Fight Club is one of the best content ever because it's such an anarchy, but such a system. You're thinking this nobody who picks up a bunch of nobody and you give them enrichment. See, another part of anarchy, I was born in the 90s, so more of the anarchy we had, V for Vendetta, in Vendetta, who couldn't do much because it was alone, right? We had who else? We had we had Equilibrium with Patrick Bateman. It was a guy living in a society where you took pills to not have emotion. Now I know what you're saying. This is insane, bro. This is 100% insane. But it's not. It's emotional, irrational, they're not factual. Mistakes are born from emotion. Yesterday was I went to a friend of him work, And it was very physical work. It was construction work. So my body was destroyed because, again, we're not in shape, right? So I went to my father's house, hoping to pick up the bike. Because the guy's gonna get overrated today. I told you guys about it. So I was like, okay, well, when I get the bike, it'll be quicker to go home with the bike, and I won't have to worry about it for a couple of days. Where hopefully my body will work today. That's yesterday thinking. Yesterday thinking is, what if my body's gonna be tomorrow not gonna be too sore? I'm seeing how sore I am. It's not bad. I got to work today in about 5 hours, and I'm ready to go, right? I'll be able to take a warm bath, sleep a little bit, and I'll be good to go, right? I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get my bike. So yesterday my bike wasn't ready because we had to put a grease, and then I was to the grease, and he was in a bad mood. And because of his bad mood, he was a bit more aggressive. And yesterday there was a couple of times where he asked me if something I was saying. So for example, right? I asked him for a lift because I'm like, Dad, please, I'm in pain. Like, don't get a habit of me giving you a lift. What the fuck are you talking about? I asked you once. And he said, no, I gave you a lift yesterday, which was Sunday. But Sunday was raining. It was raining hard. Guys, remember we filmed it. He wanted me to walk in the rain or to walk in pain. I mean, that's not okay. That's not normal. And then he was like, yeah, today you're in pain because you work. Yesterday I didn't have to give you a lift. And I was like, are you kidding me? And then give me the reason why I have to give you a lift. I didn't force you to give me a lift. You give me a lift. I asked you. I said, hey, I don't have a way to go back home. Give me a lift. You know? And then his phone was charging. And I told him it's charged. Pick it up in case, because he gave me a lift to come back. I said, pick up your phone just in case. And I told him it's charged completely. Don't worry about it. It's 100%.